Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
All right, Jack. Let's get it started, man. You're heading into a trilogy against Aidan Aguilera. You know what I mean? You first fought, I think it was 2021? Something like that, right? Yeah, 2021. You stepped in on short notice, took him on, beat him by decision. What do you remember from that? What did you learn from him in that fight?
What I took from the first fight, he's game. He's game, and his ability to be present in a fight, his ability to be there. He brings a good energy. Yeah, that was something that I took away from that first fight.
And obviously you guys fought again, and the leg break happened, and after that fight was because there was a lot on the line with that fight, right? Like you're being talked about to be signed with the UFC. You know what I mean? It was like worst case scenario happens, and you have to overcome that. But the fighters, man, they can overcome so many things that you don't see on TV or on the screen or on the phone or whatever that. But yeah, man, for you, everything was very public. And how was it going through all of that after the rematch?
Yeah, that was a big one. It was there was a lot on the line, and that's when there's a lot on the line. I think that's maybe not quite the worst, but one of the worst things that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, it was a difficult time, but it was a good year and a half of focus, a good year and a half of like some pretty deep lessons, like to go from being so close to something you've been striving for a long time to being very far away, or held to at least a time. It's the sort of thing that prompted some questions to me, which were like difficult at the time, but then on the other side now, like the person that I feel like I am now, having asked myself those questions and been through that time, like it would have been nice to have been signed to the UFC if I won that fight, but I wouldn't be the same person I am today if I didn't have to deal with that year and a half. And I'm pretty happy and proud, and feel very, very in control of my ability to grow now. I feel like my ability to be present in a training room, in life in general, and then arrive at a fight with a purpose and some fire. That's better than it's ever been in my life, and that is something that I realized that there is no limit to that, and that's something that excites me a lot. It's something that I learned in that time off.
Yeah, overcoming that, and coming out the end and fighting again, I feel like you could get a sense of, invincibility a little bit, because like there's nothing that the game could put in front of you now that could possibly be worse.
No, exactly. Yeah, a sense of I've been through that. Like, cool. Like, let's go. Let's see what can come. I feel pretty resilient. I feel pretty prepared. And another thing, like quite a big thing, was like in that time frame, going from that position of being so stuck and so intertwined with my craft, it didn't really have a choice but to spend some time understanding who I am separate to that, and understanding now what that brings further, like what more that can give to me to separate myself from what I do. That was massive, and that's something that I can take into these fights now, and it's a good, like, fresh breath of freedom to kind of go into a fight knowing it's not the result, and the game's not who I am, but that also doesn't take away from how much it means to me to give everything that I have to do the best that I can. And that's something that I learned through that time, and that's something that is really like it's a gift, and it's something that I can take a lot from, and it motivates me a lot.
And you know, when you coming off something like that, usually they'll give you a fight where it's like, you know, a little bit lower than the level that you were at. But you just jump right back into like fighting those dudes, man. Like, what was the mentality behind that, dude? Were you just like, yo, if I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna fight the best dudes. Like, I'm not gonna take a step back.
Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to tiptoe around. And firstly, I don't want to be any part of this. Of the, do you want to fight this guy? Like, don't ask me that. Like, I trust the guys that I train and work under and work with, and I think they know that that's a to kind of have input on that for me feels like a slippery slope, and a strange, yeah, that dynamic I just avoid. So it's like, cool, I'm coming back. Like, give me a good guy. I'd feel worse if it was a guy, if it was someone that's below par, or someone that I should beat, someone that is an easy win. Like, that doesn't get me up. That doesn't excite me. That's not the person I want to be remembered as. I want to be remembered in this game as someone that rocked up and gave everything, and took on good guys, and yeah, that's important to me.
Yeah, man. Dave Martinez, Kieran Joblin, and Josh Togo back to back to back. If you don't know these names, then you don't really know much about Australian MMA. But yeah, those are killers, dude. Like, you faced them all. Like, you must have learned so much, you know, through those
Yeah,
fights. But the Matsumoto fight, the last one that you had, people are
yeah,
saying that was the fight. You really looked good in that one.
yeah. I feel like a lot of pieces that I've been looking for a while, a lot of pieces that I wanted to kind of to show and feel in a fight, they definitely clicked for me in that fight, and that excites me a lot. I feel like that was definitely a level up fight. That was yeah, that one was one that meant a lot to me, and I fucking enjoyed it. It was a fight where I really feel like being inside there, being in the fight was good fun, and it was exciting for me, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, the other fights, they're all split decisions, so they're like so close, you know,
Yeah,
and it's just like one judge could have been like, "You be on a 4-fight winning streak," you know, right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's funny like that, but it's again like that's not what I want to aim for. I want to aim for finishes. I want to aim for like destruction. I want to be dominant. So the decisions is, yeah, I got nothing really to say about them. It's what happens if you don't put someone away, or you don't make sure everyone knows who got what. Then that's what you get.
Well, this fight coming up against Aidan, you know Aidan, you fought him twice. This guy, he is wild and he will go for
Yeah,
the finish. He's not really worried about winning or losing at this point in his career. He's wanting exciting fights, challenges, and you present many challenges for him. What type of
yeah.
challenges do you think he presents for you?
He's wild. He's a wild dude. He takes risks. He puts himself on the line. Yeah, he's a dude that I think anyone that has the guts to take good risks in a fight, they're dangerous for everyone. If you don't respect that, it can bite you. So yeah, and he's a good grappler, and he's a solid, exciting, pretty wild striker. So I think all around the board, there is danger if I'm not focused, if I'm not switched on, and if there's no respect, there's definitely danger. I understand that.
Your last fight was, man, it's like about a 2 month, couple week turnaround, which is pretty
Yeah,
quick. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It must be nice. You know what I mean? You don't have to wait another like 4 or 5 months or 6 months, maybe even more. Like, you get this fight quick.
yeah. The last one, I came out of it with no injuries, nothing was wrong. I felt motivated. I felt energy was good. Had a little family holiday, which was nice. Just good timing to get out and reset the mind for a little bit, and but also not long enough to lose fitness or anything like that. Just get out, have some fun, live life differently to training life, and then come back with some fire to get back into it, to get back to work, to prepare for this.
How's the environment in the gym right now with your teammates and your coaches and everything?
It's wicked. Yeah, we're missing Jack. He's been in a bit, but he's not been training heaps. Um, it's such good fun training with Jack, and it's always level up. But the team in general, like the boys are active. Like our team's growing a lot. Like every week or so, there's a kind of a new person that has sort of come in and says, yeah, like this is a passion that I want to pursue, and they're the type of guys that we kind of welcome in. It's like if you wanna like fuck around and you don't really care, like, but there's guys that kind of come in and we can see that it means something to them to pursue this sport with some heart, and they're the guys that like we motivate the fuck out of each other with that. Come in with an energy and a attitude to learn and help others learn and properly grow and work hard and also work smart as well. That's kind of what is going on in that room, and it's a very motivating room to be in. And Ben really has helped us kind of just be ourselves and helped us to help ourselves and find out what really works for us and what gets the best out of ourselves. And that's something that I think is a quality in a coach that is world class. Someone that helps people be their best selves, not necessarily someone that just does what they're told and falls in line. Like someone that can guide us to be ourselves and to do what we think is best for us. That's high level coaching to me.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Ben is one of the best up there, and one thing that you notice about the team and the individuals on the team is that none of them fight the same way. Like you see certain teams where they're like, these guys pretty much do the same thing, all of them. You know what I mean? Like you said, they just follow what their coach says. Ben molds you into like the best version of you, right? That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, 100%. That's it. Yeah, and that's what makes the room fun as well. Like it's just this big little big fruit salad of different styles. So we all that keeps us learning. It keeps us guessing. It makes training like real interesting. It's not like a cut and dry, like you're going to do exactly what I'm going to try to do to you. Like that sounds a little boring to me.
Yeah, man. What are you expecting, man, in this fight coming up? Like, what do you expect out of yourself, like your performance?
What do I expect out of myself? I expect myself to go wherever it needs to go, and wherever it needs to go, bring fire. So I'm there to strike, and I'm there to grapple, and I'm there to put him away. Whatever it takes to take that win is what I'll be doing, and just full commitment. Just arrive to give everything I have, and if I can do it at my very best, like I know that'll be exciting, and I know that'll excite me. If I can fight a way that excites me in the moment, fuck, it's awesome. I love that, and it gets me exactly in the direction of where I want to be going.
And you know, obviously the UFC will be the next day, so you'll have most likely some people from the UFC at the event, and that makes it even a little bit more, you know, more exciting, I guess, for the fighters.
Yeah, for sure. That I think that adds a little more energy, knowing that what I'm doing is being viewed by the people who can kind of help me take that next step. Fuck yeah. Take a seat, watch, nice. Be inspired.
Nice, man. August 17th, Eternal MMA 87, Jack, Aidan. Man, those names, they fit together. You know, it's going to be great, man. Aidan's a good dude, you know, spoke with him many times, and he's super excited for the fight, and so are you. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see if you could, you know, earn a contract, basically. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Let's see what happens. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to step up to that next level. That's going to happen. So that excites me a lot.